Welcome in. It's that time of week. It's the end of the week, and it's time for numbers. Johnny's here, back from his trip from
sunny Florida.
Sunshine State.
The rich get richer is what
RGR.
we say. You can just afford to just go off.
Don't have any.
afford to be mighty proud of yourself.
Nothing's holding me down besides work. So that's not even holding me down.
You don't travel much.
No, I'm talking about
once or twice a year.
When you say holding down, it's about
I know
responsibility.
what you mean.
Not the people that we get to work with.
No, they are not holding us down. Anyway, Johnny, tell us what's going on with VOMP this week.
Well, since
go ahead.
We said it last week, but since maybe people didn't watch that one and they're wondering, has anything been going on with VOMP? We didn't send out this week because we were gone down to Florida. It won't affect how many emails you get. But I'm still going to report the numbers that we did receive. So it would be residual. So we count what comes in this week. And it can come from last week or it can come from months ago or whatever. So I'm going to do that. We haven't sent out, every week we send out on Thursdays a job to see if people got any jobs from our group.
Email.
A check-in.
An email check-in.
Right.
And we didn't get to that because we just got back late last night.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still digging ourselves out of getting back to where we want to be. So we had 24 warm responses still with no emails being sent out. And we had 4 auditions, and we haven't gotten any jobs reported because a lot of people now are doing it just on the Thursdays. So
now, let's just be clear so that I'm clear. You had 24 warm responses.
Yep.
Those 24, and you said you didn't send out any emails.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is those 24 responses were from the week before, 2 weeks before, 10 weeks before, a year from before. That's the whole thing with direct marketing is here, the whole VOMP group, unless you do the hybrid approach, which great.
Mm-hmm.
But from VOMP, no emails were sent out this last week, and yet 24 warm responses came in. That's what happens with me all the time too. And it's like I just have Andy, my assistant, always pumping out emails, always searching for more, always following up. And all of a sudden, hey, kept you in mind. Oh, great timing. Oh, here's a warm response. Oh, here's an audition. That kind of stuff. And I just wanted to be clear when you said that no emails were sent out, and yet there were still 24 warm responses that came in from some time in the past.
Yep, because we count them in this week, the week that they come in, which that's all we can do because we don't know.
Yeah.
We still had, Andy was Todd's assistant, our assistant somewhat with sending out emails on behalf of the roster. He still sent out lots of emails this last week.
800 plus.
Yes, on behalf of the roster. And we were obviously available to send out anything that came in, but we weren't. We just decided to kind of give ourselves a little break and go on vacation because, like Todd said at the beginning of it, we don't do much. So it was nice to kind of get away, and it was nice and warm, and we enjoyed that. And
But now, you got warm responses down there?
Yeah.
So some people said, emailed you back from their VO Marketing Pro. Like, for instance, let's just say I don't get sent out for VO Marketing Pro, but let's just say I did. I'd be Todd Barsness or Todd at VOMarketingPro.com, like everybody that's part of VO Marketing Pro do. If this last week when you were on vacation in Florida, if I would have got an audition or hey, I need your rates, did you send those?
Yeah.
Did you forward those? See,
we forward those on to the people that got the warm responses.
Right.
And we did it right away.
Right. So what we're saying is, I mean, we're talking about you taking a week off, and I'm not, tooting your horn, but the point is you were on vacation.
Correct.
You go on vacation about once a week, yet
not
once a month. Excuse me.
Not once a month either.
Once a year.
Please.
Once a year. Yeah, get that straight.
I wish.
You go on vacation about once a year, and yet they're still going to get the same amount of emails. It's not like, well, we missed that week. Sorry. No, if you pay for 100, you get 100.
Yep.
And while you were on vacation, you had your phones and your laptops, and you were firing those off just as quickly as you do when you're here. I just want people to understand that it's like, I didn't get that audition. Maybe it's because they didn't forward it till this week. Well, no, that's not, we understand. I mean, these guys have grown up in my home for 14 years and realize they have the same mentality that I have. I get something, I get it out right away. It doesn't take me but a few minutes typically. So I just wanted to make sure.
Our success as a company is based on your success, meaning the people of VOMP. So if we want to be successful as a company, and we're a young company, as we want to bend over. That's why we don't do many vacations, is because we're starting out a business, and because that's just how we run our business, and we don't know how to really do it any other way. So yeah, maybe there was a couple of times where we were in spots where you didn't have, 5G or some sort of service, that maybe there was maybe an hour gap in between when we got the email to sending it off to you, but there was not any length of time that was that long. So yeah, it's nice to have that kind of what's it called?
To be able to do that.
To be able to do that
service
these
for
days,
people.
to have service.
Well, and to
Those
be
cell
able to,
phones.
and to be able to, they're kind of leashes in one way. You like to unplug, if you will, a little bit. But like you said, when you're starting a business and the folks from VOMP, they depend on us to make sure we get stuff to them quickly so they can get stuff back quickly. Anyway, enough of that.
So John will be coming next week with more numbers from especially jobs. If there were jobs booked this week, they'll be next week in our next week numbers. So just so you know, and maybe next week you could outline which ones were from this week. If you can maybe
I'll do my best.
Yeah, if you can, that would be just nice to see. Anyway, we'll move on to my week. I got 0 warm responses this week. That's a first in a long time. They all went to VOMP, I guess. I got 3 auditions though, but they were from people that I've gotten auditions from before. I didn't win any of those because I didn't get any jobs this week from direct email marketing. But I booked 6 jobs between Fiverr and Upwork. 2 of them this afternoon that put me over the top. $150 job, $35 job, $125 job, $150, and then I got a $25 tip from that same guy. And then I did a $10 job and a $30 job on Fiverr. And then I did a lot of editing for Dad. You had a lot of, at least in my neck of the woods, type of editing. I did 16 hours of editing this week. So I got my goal, $788.50. So that makes me happy because before lunch today, I got those 2 jobs, 125 and 150. I beat him out. And
proud.
I should be.
It's kind of funny having a son, where like he'll sometimes say, especially I'm starting out on Upwork, and he'll say, "Dad, did you see that one? You need to audition for it." Well, this time I spotted one, and then he said, "I got this $125 or 100 whatever it was," and then he said, and they said that they had another one that they were going to do, and I said, "What was the title of it?" And he named it. It was the one that I had gone.
I said they're looking.
I spent 12 connects on it. Too.
I know. I told
you
them,
owe me 12 connects.
I don't owe you anything. I told them they wanted a good voiceover talent. Right. That's what I told them. So anyway, that's my week. $788.50. Go ahead, Dad. Oh, I forgot to mention, I booked a job. I can't believe I missed that. I booked a job on Upwork with a large client that will be starting next week. So next week you'll hear about it, and nice. It's pretty exciting. I know that was just a little bit of a tease, but you'll have to wait because I'm having to wait to do it.
Yeah,
so
I won't say anymore. I'd like to say a little bit more, but I won't. So you made yours and I made mine.
Really?
Yep. Just barely.
No.
Upwork, I had 2 jobs, and it was $180 total. Fiverr was good again. I don't know what's going on, but I've got the returning clients and I've got some new ones.
He's heating up.
17 jobs on Fiverr, $1,652.60. Direct marketing was $4,193.45. That was 17 jobs as well. And my total was $6,025.05. $6,025.05. No new clients I had this week again. So I was glad about that. I had 3 jobs, 2 that I've already done. That was before I wrote this down, or after I wrote this down. So I have two already in the hopper that I've done, and I have one that I just told you guys about. It's a small job, but I get $125 for it. And then I have a session, which I'm kind of not looking forward to because they've scheduled a 2-hour session and it's 15 minutes of audio, and they want to go through it kind of as a dress rehearsal. And then they want to go through it again. And then they want their team to have feedback. And it's an e-learning thing. It's for a hotel chain. And it's an e-learning thing. And so I'm hoping it's not going to be 2 hours, because I don't know if they completely understand, but a lot of times when you go over an hour or so, the voice talent starts to get a little tired and you start to lose concentration. And I think your best work is done in the first hour, maybe the first half an hour.
Yeah.
And we could probably get it knocked out if they just settle on a style, go over pronunciations. We could probably get it knocked out in 45 minutes, but we'll see. That's $650. So anyway, I've almost got $1,000 for next week already. And you've got even more than that.
Well,
should I say that?
Yes. Anyway, anything else, Johnny, before we leave?
I'm done.
I think people are going to be happy that we're done.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, thank you for watching our numbers video. If you want to see more videos like this one, like the numbers, you can look at our numbers playlist if you're new. There's lots of numbers. It shows a lot of my journey as a voiceover talent coming up on 3 years here and next April, I guess. Well, we still got some time. But also how Dad's been doing and stuff like that. And then VOMP as well. So you can check those out. We have a new listener VO questions that we did. It's about Dad's journey. You can check that out in that playlist. And we've got maybe some news coming up soon for other things that we'll be doing. So thank you for watching our videos and good luck next week. Did you like that video? Check out more from the original Father-Son Voiceover podcast right over here. Or subscribe to our channel right here.